you didn't get it there. You never expanded the action in terms of conventional gravity plus perturbative dilaton terms.
But I have it here.
You didn't do it because you didn't know it when I asked you.
And I got a whole calculation here.
No, you didn't.
I spent the whole summer doing it.
But you didn't ask the questions which are relevant. The two relevant questions, my dear friend, is to write down the action.
I have the action.
SR plus perturbations in the dilaton field.
Yes, I have that.
And the second relevant question is, for the posteriority and for history, for which I paid you 2 cents, is if equivalence principle is violated in a very tiny fraction,
right.
How does it become related to other parameters in theory, like the cosmological constant?
Right.
And these are the 2 questions which you have yet to answer. I wish you luck, John. You're doing a great job, and I must say that one thing which I am admiring, that John Boguta is an original thinker.
Well, but there's an opportunity for original thought now. You must confess there's something wrong in cosmology.
No, but it's not a complete theory.
On, you gotta admit that when you say that 98% of all the matter in the universe of unknown origin, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Why not?
Why not assume that the equations are wrong?
Well, the number one is that there's no evidence that the equations are wrong.
Well, I'm trying to prove it.
Well, no, evidence is that you actually show that the terms which you are looking for, like for example the cosmological constant, are related to breaking of symmetries which are assumed tacitly. Like for example, there's a symmetry which is called the equivalence principle, and there's a second symmetry which is the particular implementation of parallel transport.
Right.
And you have not really derived how the breaking of these 2 assumptions translates into explanation of the observed missing
well, that's my stuff to do.
That's a plan of action.
Yeah, but that's not that hard to do. I got
hard to do or not, you have still to do it.
I got the definitely I got the handle on it though.
Yes, but that's not enough in physics. Well, you have to demonstrate.
Well, no doubt.
The fact that you have a that you are fascinated by a new train of thought doesn't prove that it will do what you want.
No doubt. But you must admit that this train of thought is interesting.
I never doubt that anything you think out is...
No, in this particular case. Well, don't you think it would be interesting to try to prove that the forces determining the large-scale structure of the universe are not gravitational in nature? I
would be delighted if it would be like that.
Would that be interesting to find out?
Yes, but that's a long step, a long path, and I'm certain what you may not realize, that there will be 20 other people spinning the same thoughts today.
Well, I
guarantee this.
I better get on a stick and send it out. Sit down.
Well, I should point out that it is now 15 past midnight in Chicago.
You want to go?
On September 8th, 2003. And it's not so important to go as to notice where we are. Hi, here I am, listening to this crazy Boguta for the 100th time in my life. And maybe, maybe one day he will finally find something which will make everybody happy, and my effort in understanding him worthwhile and straightening him out.